So let's continue our example from the last video. We've got our VP of Finance at a mid-sized company hiring a comptroller, and we've defined a message for them. Now we're gonna build out a sequence that we can put every VP of Finance who's hiring comptrollers into. And we'll do the same thing for every persona and message in our framework. And you might be asking, why? My team is smart, they're trained up, they know what to do. They don't need to do this. Yeah, they do. I'll tell you why. By following this structure, you're going to collect an enormous amount of data that will let you continually optimize your sales process and help you standardize the best practices across your team, reduce your ramp time for your new hires, increase the productivity for your tenured reps, and ultimately, get more of your reps to quota and put more money in your pocket. Now, a lot of companies have already adopted an engagement tool and they already have a lot of sequences in play. But often it's anybody's guess who gets added to what sequence, and aligning your targeting, messaging, and sequence frameworks will instantly improve your team's results. The other area where people mess up with sequences is having the exact same goal for every sequence. If every sequence in your lineup is trying to get a demo, you're doing it wrong. Obviously, you need to have some sequences in your lineup whose ultimate goal is to get a reply that could lead to a demo. Sam McKenna talks about that in her course. I talk about it in my email copywriting course. There are other places where we cover that in depth. But in this video, I want to cover some other goals that you should have in your sequences to give you and your team the maximum chance of building meaningful relationships with your prospective customers. We have to think outside the box. Here are 3 examples of outside the box sequences that you should have in your playbook. Number 1 is inviting your top leads to VIP dinners. Everybody loves a VIP dinner. And your most valuable leads, VPs, CEOs, senior directors, they are the least likely to reply to an ask for a demo. After all, they're VIPs. We should treat them like VIPs. So every quarter, you should be inviting your top 10% or your top 20% of leads to a VIP dinner. A CEO or a VP who would never take a 15-minute demo with you might just sit down across from you at a fancy steakhouse in their area. I haven't eaten lunch yet, and I'm getting very hungry just thinking about this. I've held a bunch of great VIP dinners, okay? And I found a lot of success with a really simple 3-email, 2-call sequence with a voicemail at each call. Now with this sequence, it's not about selling your product. Remind your team of that. This is entirely about inviting your best leads to an event where they'll meet their peers in similar roles and do some solid networking. That's really valuable to them. And you getting to meet them in person is really valuable to you. There's no better way to start a relationship with somebody. I've seen a $5,000 VIP dinner result in $300,000 of closed-won business within the next 30 days. If you want ROI, there it is. So if you're dumping all of your VIP leads into a sequence that's hammering them for a demo, you're leaving money on the table.